Hi, good evening, everybody. It's your girl, Shack82. What it do? And this evening, I'm going to be showing you just a quick tutorial on a couple of different Canva hacks. Or maybe they're not really hacks, they're just design techniques that I've recently learned about that I really love. I use Canva quite a bit in my content on various social media platforms, and I just love the range of content that I can create from presentations, most notably Instagram posts. But I recently found out about the video feature and the mobile video feature. So let's dive in and take a look at both of these. All right, so when you go to canva.com, the first thing I want you all to know is this is a free account. You don't have to initially sign up for any additional features or upgrade. You do want to sign in with your email and your password, and then you'll come to this screen where you can select a myriad number of designs. And if you've used Canva before, you'll also see your previous design. So you can see just things I played around with, actual posts that I have coming up, and you'll be able to see templates for ideas that you can make on your own Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. I mean, they have plenty of things on here for you to design and play around with. Today, we're going to look at these two up here, however, the video design and the mobile video design. And just to get a sneak peek, you can see that under the video design that this is a template. It's the picture of an Android or iPhone or some type of mobile device, but the image is moving. And when you post this on your social media, whatever image you post, it will move. Pretty cool stuff. And you can add text. What? All right, so let's take a look at how this works in real time. So I'm just going to click on the template. My computer might be a little slow, so I apologize in advance. And when you click on any design for Canva, it takes you to a host of templates depending on what type of presentation you want to create and depending on what platform you're going to use. One thing I love about Canva is that depending on the platform, it's already going to scale the image for you. So if you're creating a video and you need a long shot, you can see the size is in rectangle, giving you the land, almost like a landscape view. But if you're using Instagram, where most people post, you have the square image, right? So on here, we're going to skip the tutorial for now, but you can always visit tutorials on Canva. They have lots of great content to help you navigate how to create your posts. So, and again, this is a video. So let's say we want something to resemble relaxing. So you're going to go to the search box at the top, type in relaxing and see if anything is in there. You have a couple of different ideas. So most notably, you have the yoga. You can already see she's moving in this one. You also want to pay attention to whether or not the template is free. So this is something that a lot of people are like, I can't do it. Well, that's because they want you to pay for it. And if you hover, you'll see all of these are free. So I'm going to click on the first one. And just to kind of test it out, I'm going to go up here to hit play. And this will give you an idea of what it will look like when you post it on your platform. So I'm going to close it. And now I'm just going to click in one of the pre-made boxes and type something in. Yoga. And then you can double click to highlight the whole box. Not for me. And I like to change up my fonts. So I'm going to click up here where it says the font size. I'm going to put it to 60. And then I'm going to type just a silly little message in there and just click anywhere outside the frame. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on play. And then it just saves it. It's really that simple. Now, when we close this, and let's say you click on like this part, like the actual video part. I just want to play around with it. And it looks like you could actually crop your image to fit where exactly you want it. So I'm just going to move it over to the left. And as you can see, it's going to cover her face. When she goes all the way back. So if that's something you want to do, you can. I'm going to crop it back to where it was before. This feature over here, which is the transparency, it literally fades the image. And you would use this feature, let's say if you wanted the moving image to be a little bit more in the background and your text more in the foreground. So once I click on that, again, I click somewhere out the frame, and just to test it out, I hit play. And you can see it's changed the color, it's changed the brightness to something that's a little bit more in the background. So let's say if I wanted to go over here to the left pane, the left design pane, and let's say I wanted to type, I wanted to add a photo. And I could literally add anything. I could add a thank you, and I would scale it down, and I would just put it right here. I don't know why you would need a thank you in this particular video, but maybe you want to do a message to your clients or your customer saying, thank you for using our services. And then over here, you would actually type your message. Maybe you have a pre-made picture that says thank you with your logo on it, and you've uploaded that to Canva, and you could drag and drop it into this template, and it would automatically save it. Canva is one of the easiest platforms to use when you're trying to create content. I absolutely love it. The other thing I love about Canva is that if I go back to the home button, it's going to save the work that I created. I don't have to go into File, Save As. It's like OneNote or Evernote. It automatically saves my content so that when you go back to your home page and you scroll back to design anything, it should show up in this section right here. And again, my computer is a little slow, so I apologize. And it's going to generate here in a moment when everything uploads again. So it automatically saves what you created. Just this really cool feature. All right, so now we're going to click on the mobile video. And we're going to pause a little bit so you can play around with Canva, get to know how to design, what kind of design you want, get to know the design panel on the left, and just kind of play around with the features and see what you love about it, what you don't. But I promise you, Canva, if you don't use it on a regular basis for your content, is going to be your best friend. Even the pros use Canva. So if the professionals use it and they have like high ticket clients, you know you should be using it. All right, we'll be back in a moment. All right, I hope you got a chance to play around in Canva, get to know the designs, and I still don't see mine. It still says it's generating. I don't know what's happening. But hopefully you got to play around with some of the other templates, like creating a logo or creating a resume. Although this particular one I would not really use unless you're just kind of showcasing a particular design aesthetic. I would not actually use this as a resume because it does not go well with the programs that most companies use to review your resume. It's really just an aesthetic piece. But you can scroll over and create collages, book covers. I actually use the book cover template for my digital book that's on ShebvonSQ.com and the cspeak.com. I've used photo collage, I've used infographics, I've used talking presentations, I've used A4 documents, I've used business cards. I actually created my business card off of Canva. And let me see. I'm going to click See All. And let's see if I can find my business card. And this is a business card that I use as a part of my Poshmark business. And when I ship out my items, this is a card that I could create on Canva, place the order on Canva, and it took about a week for me to get my cards. And they were lovely. As you can see, I have a lot of designs, a lot of things that I played around with, a lot of logos, like templates that I saved. Just a lot of different ways to create content and really to show your creativity. These were, I guess you could say, cover pages for bundles that I created on, I think, Mercari, which is another reseller platform. And I just kind of played around with some of my brand colors, some of the fonts, and using one of the same images, which I just thought was kind of light, airy, springy. And actually, it worked. I sold a couple of bundles off of Mercari just by adding some detail and being creative. But here is my business card, my old business card that I put into some of my reseller boxes. I actually need to update it to reflect where the business is currently. And if you're wondering who did this image, it is a beautiful young lady. Her name is Trinity, and her IG handle is Trin, does art sometimes on Instagram. And I gave her a couple of different pictures of myself, and I asked her to create an image for me, and she recreated, and I absolutely love them. She also created the artwork for a calendar that I've created. And I'm going to show you up here. This image right here, she created the zodiac signs, and I asked her to create them for women of color based on the month, and she did. And again, I absolutely love them. They're absolutely stunning. So check her out on Instagram. Trin does art sometimes. All right, so let's go back home. And now we're going to take a look at the mobile video template. I just found out about this, and again, it's another template that I love, love, love to use. So I'm just going to click on it. And essentially, this particular template is when you see those people posting like an iPhone with a moving image of themselves in it, and they're posting it on their social media, this is how they're doing it. So let's get into it. Sorry about that. You always got to safeguard your personal information. Thanks, McAfee. All right, so we're going to just use this basic template right here. And it gives you a couple of different, ways to use it. But I'm just going to use this. Now, it comes with a preset background and preset text. But you notice if you click on it, these mean the boxes can be deleted. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to delete the text. You want to delete the box, and be sure to delete the time right here, right? and you want to delete the background. So when you do all of that, it takes you to this, which is the way you know that Canva will let you create something on a blank canvas. Now, the next part is you could go to your pane on the left and you could click on videos, which are preset videos, right? And if you drag and drop. Now, before you drag and drop, you notice that this one does not say free. This one says pro. That means this particular video you can only access if you upgrade to the pro account. I've upgraded, so I'm just going to use it. Plus, I love swaying palm trees. They remind me of like the ocean and relaxation and some other temperature other than 190, which is where it's going to go this summer in Vegas. So let's drag and drop that over. And as you can see, it automatically sizes it to the phone template. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to scale it unless you want to. You can probably crop it to show maybe less leaf. So if you wanted to, I guess, move the phone, you could. I'm going to move that back. But if you wanted to crop the palm trees, you would click crop and then move it over. Let's see if this works. And it doesn't move up and down. It just moves left to right. So I want to show just the one leaf, and we're going to click done and hit play. Oh, we'll hit play up there. And that way it only shows this one leaf instead of the two that I drug over. You also want to notice it's 30 seconds. So let's say if you're creating a reel on Instagram, this is perfect because this one is already set to 30 seconds, which is the maximum reel time. So the only thing you would have to do is input your text or any other video to go along with your reel, and you're all set. So we're going to click out of that. Now, once I click back in it, I'm actually going to delete that video. And you see it takes you back to the preset background. I want to put in something that I downloaded, a video of myself, and I want to say I have one. let me see if I actually have one of me. I may not have one. Okay, I do. And this is a template, an example that I used the other day. So this is a quick little something. Okay, so that was my attempt at being cheeky. So we're going to drag it so it can fit inside the phone. And again, it fits perfect. You don't have to do a thing. So once you drag it so it fits in the phone, click play just to test it out. And you can see that it does play. You don't have to save anything. You can see in this little corner on the left right here where my cursor is circling, it says all changes saved. So I don't have to do anything. But if you want to create like a title, you're going to click in this area right here to the right after you see share, and right before you click on the play, it says Untitled Design Mobile Video. I'm going to click in that box and put Mobile Video Test Shebvon. Click anywhere else outside that box so it'll save. And then again, my computer is a little slow. So if I click on home and it doesn't show up right away, it's going to be there. Trust me. If I look on my phone app version of Canva, it's going to be there. So we're going to click home. And once we click on home, we're just going to make sure that it shows up. Fingers crossed. And if you're working on your desktop or your laptop, you can always refresh it. If you don't want to do that in fear of saving all the beautiful work that you just created, make sure you have the app downloaded on your phone. That way you can instantly see your designs on your phone. All right. And as you can see, the prior one that we did for the video for yoga is right here. It just took a little bit to download. So the other one is generating and it's going to show up here. Now, when I'm on my phone, I can go on to my Canva app, and as long as it's saved, I can upload it to whatever social media platform that I see fits. And yeah, do my hashtags, maybe put in a little bit of text before I post it. Review it before I post it, and then if it all looks good, it'll be available for the world to see. All right. So those are two things that I just learned about the video and the mobile video. Again, with a lot of the features on here in terms of the images that you can use, the videos that you can use, and maybe even some of the templates that you can use, you do have to pay for them. You can pay for them individually, but if you're going to use Canva a lot for content, then you might want to upgrade to the Pro subscription, which I believe is $12.95 a month and maybe a little bit more. Let's see if I can find out. I'm just going to click on settings really quick and see if it'll give me information without me giving you all my information. But I hope you all learned something, that you don't have to be boring with your designs. You don't have to be boring um, with how you create your content. There's a lot of different things you can do. And yeah, this is going to have me go into the personal information. So I don't want to do that. So I will post on Instagram how much the pro services are for you all. But yeah, that's a mobile video and video features on Canva. If you have any questions about how to use these features or how I created some of my content, feel free to email me or DM me on Instagram. And yeah, I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. Until next time, you all have a great night and happy creating.